Hey fam, this is Adrian Knox of Knox Legacy Group, brokered by Visions Realty Co. here in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. And today we're going to talk about the misconceptions that home buyers have when buying a home. Listen, first of all, we need to debunk some myths that are out there right now that people believe that are not actually true. So let's define what the myth is. A myth is something that a lot of people believe, but it's not actually true. Another definition for myth is it sounds right, but it's not based on facts. So what myth do we want to debunk today? Let's debunk the myth that says you need 20% down to buy a home. That's not necessarily true. 20% down. The way that you will pay 20% down to buy a home are two reasons that I have for you. Reason number one, if you have a conventional loan and it calls for you paying 20% down. Reason number two, if you just want to put 20% down of your hard-earned money to cut the interest rate down or to make the sales price lower. But why do it if you don't have to do it? So let's talk about it. Do you need 20% down to buy a home? No, you do not. Because for my first-time home buyers, even second-time, third-time home buyers, you will pay a down payment from anywhere between 3% to 5% of the sales price. And there are programs out there that will help you with down payment assistance. And some of these programs, which are grants, they are forgiven. So therefore, you're not required to pay them back. The only stipulation is you probably have to stay in the house from 3 to 5 years so that your loan, your DPA, your down payment assistance will be forgiven and you won't have to pay the loan back. But for other programs, they'll give you anywhere between 5 to 10 years to pay it back or 3 to 10 years to pay it back. And there's no penalty for paying the down payment that was gifted to you from this particular program. There's no penalty for paying this down payment assistance back early. Listen to me, man. I'm super excited because so many times we're misinformed about the process of home buying, but I'm excited because I get a chance to help you understand that there is a way that you can buy a home without spending all of your money, without spending all of your hard-earned money. Because here's the simple fact. You work hard every day. You go to work every day. And there's no reason that you have to pay all of this money on a down payment just to get a home. So let's talk about it. If you pay 20% down on a home to own a home, let me tell you what it looked like. Let's do the numbers. We're not doing myths, we're doing facts now, okay? So say in the event that you purchase a $200,000 home. If you're putting 20% down on a $200,000 home, you will pay $40,000 just as a down payment for the home. That does not include inspections. It does not include closing costs. It does not include the funds that you need to make the process go. Listen, you're literally just paying a down payment. If you pay 20% down on a $200,000 home loan, you're paying $40,000. Let me ask you this question. Do you have $40,000 just laying around waiting to be paid on a down payment on a home that you may or may not stay in for 30 years? Okay, let's move on. So if you're getting an FHA loan, the FHA loan, if you have to pay a down payment, the FHA loan has different options. You can do 3.5% down of the purchase price. 3.5% down of a $200,000 house is $7,000. That's literally $33,000 difference from $40,000. You see what I'm saying? So when you have the information, when you're educated about the process, you won't spend all of your money on a down payment, and you can use that $33,000 to furnish the home, to pay off some debt, to do anything else that you need to do, to get your kids some braces, to put them in travel ball, to do something, to take a trip after you buy your home and celebrate. You invest the $33,000 that you would have spent on a down payment so that investment investment can grow, because now you have an investment in a home that you purchased, and now you also have $33,000 that you can put in a stock or a portfolio or day trade, whatever, that will gain interest, or in crypto. There's so many options that you have. Okay, let's move on, Adrian. I know you're ready to go. So even if you get a conventional loan, 5% conventional down payment, that 5% is $10,000. That's $30,000 away from $40,000 if you pay 20% down. You see how it doesn't make sense to pay 20% down? Why pay it when you don't have to? Okay, there's an FHA loan that only requires you to pay 1% of the sales price. So 1% of $200,000 is $2,000. $2,000 is $38 less than the $40,000 if you had to put 20% down. I'm telling you, the numbers don't lie. The numbers don't lie. So this is what you need to do. Also, understand this right here. There are other loans that don't even require a down payment. Adrian, what are you talking about? USDA loan. That's a rural loan. That's if you're in the outskirts of the city, and there are USDA loans available where you don't have a down payment. Another loan that doesn't require a down payment, VA loan. That's a VA back loan. This is for all of our veterans and military personnel. How do you get approved for a VA loan? If I've been in the military, you have to have your COE. That's your certificate of eligibility, and your DD-214s. Your documentation saying that you were actually in the military. So the USDA loan, the VA loan does not require a down payment. So what are we looking at, Adrian? Why do I keep hearing that I need 20% down to buy a home? Because let me tell you the real reason. We have gatekeepers here. We have gatekeepers. There are some people in this world that want to gatekeep the information because they want you to stay on the same level that you were on before you got this information. Yeah. Because here's the thing, they don't want you to have the information, because now if you have the information, you can do the same things that I do, and you can invest the same ways that I invest, and you can create income and cash flow and passive income and stack your portfolio. They don't want you to have the information. So here's the thing, I'm not a gatekeeper. I'm going to open the gate. I'm going to allow you to gain this information and this knowledge so that you can make an educated decision on buying a home or not. Listen to me and listen to me well. If you're ready to find out if you qualify to buy a home, I need you to text the word HOME, HOME, to 205-239-2715. Me and my team of experts, we're going to help you and find the best situation for your situation. Because here's the thing, you work too hard, you do too much, you do so much for other people. Now it's time to look out for yourself. You work hard every day, or if you're unable to work, you have worked hard in your life. If you are trying to do something better in your life, you just want to have security. You want to have a paradise that you come home to. You want to have a safe space and a safe place that you can raise your children in. You want to have a place that you can create memories for a lifetime, because here's the thing. You only get one trip on this earth. Why don't you make the most of it? Why don't you have the things that you've been dreaming about for so long? And for so long, people have fooled you, and the myths that have been out there to scare you and deter you from making a positive and educated decision to buy a home. I don't care what anybody tells you. Buying a home is an investment. And we're going to debunk some myths. Stay tuned, because there are other episodes coming. But if you would like to see if you qualify for a home, we have other options out there for you. We have the rent-to-own program. We have conventional loans. We have FHA loans. We have a million products that we can choose from that fits your situation. If you're self-employed, if you own your own business, if you're a 1099 employee, we can help you, me and my team of experts. This is what we do every day, all day, baby. We are a full-time agency. We are a full-time brokerage. We are a full-time real estate family. So give me a call at 205-239-2715. And as I always say, peace I'll holla, baby.